Hi, I'm Sarah from Cape Town, South Africa. My darling friends know me as Sarita. This is a short documentary about my VDL process. VDL stands for Virtual Design Lab, and how the concept of regenerative software development came into fruition. I manage software development projects for a living and have over 10 years Agile software development experience. I love Agile ways of work and can't imagine working on waterfall projects. I also fell in love with the field of biomimicry 3 years ago and started with my master's journey. The VDL report is officially my last module to obtain my master's, so I decided to align my passions of Agile and Biomimicry and see where it takes me. I decided I didn't want to create more sustainable ways of work, but rather more regenerative ones. We had to pitch about what we wanted to do research on and do this VDL on. So I thought about doing the comparison of Agile to Biomimicry and then potentially presenting it at a TEDx. I also thought about creating content to introduce people to the concept of biomimicry in business, and this would have become a workshop, or creating a course explaining life's principles and potentially generating income from this course content. But in the end, my TEDx talk pitch, Agile and Biomimicry comparison, was the thing that excited me the most, so I decided to focus my research on doing that. Part of my concept stage was I went back and forth quite a bit, as you can see, and I compared biomimicry to Agile and Agile to biomimicry, and it was quite a mess, and I started ticking off things as I progressed. But basically at the end I had to first list all of the biomimicry concepts, artifacts, principles, and then tie the Agile ones back to that. And through doing that, I was able to see where these two methodologies converge as well as where they diverge, and what were the strong points and the weak points of them. And as I progressed through this research, I was able to extrapolate best practice strategies which I believe can create regenerative software development ways of work. If we create policies and processes based on some of these best practice ways of work that are existent in both of these methodologies and combine them, I am convinced we'll be able to create regenerative ways of work. So here's a little bit of me studying, doing research, more research, more research. Once I decided what I want to focus my research on, I started deep diving and doing a lot of research. I created this first report, as you can see, starting with my comparison of biomimicry and Agile, trying to verbalize it. Had it reviewed by peer review committee and other people, moved on to second version of the report, messed around with lots of different look and feels, trying to get a design I like, a flow, still lots of research and pulling things together. And then I eventually got to my final report, which is what you're seeing here, and standardizing the look and feel a little, getting things in the right flow so that it makes sense to people. And essentially the end result came together quite nicely. My report essentially contains a comparison of Agile to Biomimicry findings, natural examples that have solved human design challenges, and extrapolated best practices to work towards regenerative software development, process policy, and system design. If we redesign our ways of work and incorporate biomimicry practices into Agile software development incrementally and continually, we are sure to attain regenerative software development. we can immediately start restoring, renewing and revitalizing software development, policy, process and system design, and aim to become more regenerative. Next steps for me are to finalize my report for submission, creating this video about my process, and then making contact with online platforms that would be willing to publish my work. I want to share my findings, and hopefully this can create excitement in the software development market. I think it's been a while since we had something new and something that challenges our normal ways of work. So I'm excited to see where it goes. Yay!